All right, you ready to get some souls?
Why, yes, I am. In fact, very specifically,
I'm gonna give Saira 10,000 gold for helping me.
Saira puts her hand on his shoulder. I want to spend 100,000 gold on dildos.
You meet me at the pub. I'll be right back.
Alright, I suppose.
It'll not take long. I'm gonna head back to the blacksmith.
Okay, you go back to the blacksmith.
I'm gonna ask him like, "Hey, sir, it's me, Jane.
Oh, where's your sister?
She's at the pub. She's getting a little drinky drink for now.
Oh, good for her. Hopefully she doesn't decapitate anybody in her drunken stupor.
I hope not. Remember that dragon ore?
Yes.
Can I get a full tea set on that?
Ah, sure. That'll only be probably another 2 or 3 pounds worth of it. So you want a cup? You want how many cups do you want? You want 2, 4, 6?
It'd be 3 with the nice little plates. And,
okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do the saucers and the tea kettle.
I'm gonna slide them 1,000.
Well, that's far more than what it's worth, but thank you.
This is a good investment for a good friend.
All right, he goes to work on it immediately. It's going to take him several hours to complete it.
So,
once he does,
I'll be back for
you. So he says, if you're going to be back for it, then he says, okay, he'll work on that. You got probably about 2 hours before he's done with all the tea kettle stuff.
What would he say is the current time?
Probably getting close to dusk. The sun's starting to go down.
I'm gonna go to the pub to meet up with her, with Saira.
So you go to the pub. Saira, what are you doing inside? Are you just sitting at the bar and drinking, or?
I think Saira doesn't really know what to do with money, and she's like read in books like the whole buy the whole bar around thing. So that's exactly what she did.
Because this is mainly a smithing and market town, a lot of the people that you find inside there are basically smiths and craftsmen, so they're all like blue-collar workers, a lot of dwarves. As soon as you buy them around, they all start singing and praising and everything like that, so they're just kind of doing that like drunk drinking song as they're swinging around flasks of mead and ale. Here's for the pale girl at the bar buying everybody a drink. Everybody gets shit-faced. Also, Timmy, fuck you. And then he picks up a bar stool and smashes Timmy in the face.
Saira's standing on a stool drinking, and she goes, "Yeah, fuck you, Timmy."
Timmy's unconscious, by the way. Yeah, so you walk into that.
I'm gonna have like my pipe. I'm gonna sit next to her at the bar. I'm gonna order an ale.
You order an ale. The bartender comes up and says that'll be 1 silver.
1 silver? You know what? Here's 100 gold. Rounds for everyone.
Holy shit! Get this man a keg.
Rounds for everyone in the bar.
They already got 4 rounds because of the other one.
They're dwarves. They can continue drinking. And you look like you need a drink too.
Fuck it. So he goes back behind the bar, and what he comes out with next, he comes out with a flask of ale for you, but then he comes back out with what looks like a barrel that has some kind of a hose attachment on the top of it. He has this little, like, pump thing that's next to it, and he starts pumping it with his foot.
It's a keg. It's a keg.
No. It's not a keg hose. It's like a fire hose. So then he goes up to the bar to all the other dwarves. He says, "You heard him, boys! Another round of right on the books as fast as you can. Come up here and open your mouths." He starts like basically stomping on that thing like over and over and over again until that fire hose starts spewing ale out, and he just blasts all the dwarves and people that come up to the bar with open mouths in the face. That's his ability to get drinks out as quickly as possible at this point, because he's already, like, they can't wash the flasks fast enough to get them refilled again. So that's his excuse, is he's just blasting everybody in the face with an ale hose.
I like today's special for food.
Today's special food is pickled eggs.
Okay.
Because you were so kind, he takes out a massive jar of pickled eggs and just puts them on the counter in front of you.
Fuck it. I'm just going like one by one, just pop them on my mouth.
All right. I mean, they're not disgusting, and you're a frog anyway, so you just...
I look at Saira. Want one?
No, thank you.
All right. I'm going to lean in and whisper like, "Before we continue killing her, I got some books for you."
Books?
I got some books. Remember at one time when me and Urtrid went to the past?
Yes, I do.
I got some books and notes from that. Oh, this shit is good. This is pretty fucking good. You sure you want one?
I'm sure, thank you.
Alright, fine. I'm gonna, like, with one hand, reach into my bag of holding, and the other just putting eggs in my mouth. Some books, here's some notes. And I got the Doppelganger's diary if you want it.
Sure. I'll take these.
You can take the books. You already know what's in the doppelganger's diary, but you can take it if you want. I'm gonna roll for the contents of those, because I don't think I ever expressly said what was in them. Only they were books and notes.
Saira's gonna try and find a publisher to print the story of the doppelganger.
There's not really many publishers here. There are a lot of publishers up in Calgar to the north, but not really a lot of book circulation in these parts.
Oh yeah, sure. Keep it until then. That's fine.
Fair enough.
While she's looking at the books, I'm gonna go grab my tea set and I'm gonna come back.
Okay, so you go out and do that. So while you're doing that, Saira looks over the papers. So I'm going to take the 13 that I rolled. And basically, what you look over is, it looks like a historical account of a lot of different communities and stuff from back then. You have a historical account of Broken Spear. Before it was Broken Spear, when it was still Spear Point. Again, you already know what happened to it because you saw what happened in the past. It also lists a few other things. You're able to see it's an old map of the continent, basically. And you notice that there are several X's on the map, although it doesn't specifically say what are at them. There's 3 of them, to be specific, across the countryside.
Are any of them near, like, teleportation points that I can use?
So there's one that is close to Cape Fang, which you have not been to. There is one that is close to Fort Scorched, which you also haven't been to. And there's one at Blackscale Palace, which you have been to, but it is running full of Blackscales. That's really the most that you find. You went and got your tea set, and you've come back as Saira has finished looking over the papers that you had.
There's a lot of X's on this one here that I've marked in. Seems fairly interesting. Nothing we've been near, unfortunately, so we can't take a quick jaunt and figure some things out. This is all, especially there at the Blackscale Palace, it'll be, it would probably behoove us to have everyone present for those.
Well, the other thing is Blackscale Palace is also surrounded by what would basically be the equivalency of about 10,000 Blackscale soldiers.
Yes, there's also that. There's a lot of them.
I'm gonna lean into her like quietly. Yeah, I remember last time we had a bunch of black scales. Yeah, that did not go well.
The one where you all got shot. Yeah.
Not a memory I wanted to relive, but hey.
I'm just gonna lift up my shirt where like some of the arrow scars were from.
Not if it's Saira's magic, you don't have no fucking scars.
I'm gonna lift up like, remember these scars? I'm going gun. Fuck. So I'm gonna ask the bartender one more time, like some kind of meat, like a steak or something.
Ah, sure, lad. I got some stuff in the back. How do you want it cooked?
I want it rare.
It's up to you.
And another ale. I'm gonna toss him 1 gold.
Can do, lad. All right, so he goes back and he comes back out with another flask of ale for you, and he slaps a piece of raw meat down on the bar in front of you.
I mean, it's not what I meant by rare, but okay. I start eating it.
I mean, here's the other thing too: is that you don't have teeth. Roll a Constitution to make sure you don't choke.
Well, I'm cutting it in pieces. I ain't like trying to like shove.
So you're just cutting it with the dark saber on the gun.
No, the dark dagger.
Okay, you're cutting it with the dagger. That's fine. You sit there and you eat your raw steak. The bartender doesn't really care because you paid him as much gold as whatever. So you can basically do anything you want except for burn down the building, and he'll be fine with it.
So I'm just gonna sit there until for Saira's adventure or Dragon Dick.
She is gonna slide the money over for a room for the evening.
You slide over the money to the bartender, and he hands you back a key and says it's the first room upstairs on the right. And as you say that, the 2 Dragonborn walk through the door.
Really quick, she's gonna be like, which one's easier, the room or the alley?
If we did it in the room, they would wonder where the Dragonborn left, or where they were, when they can't find the body.
True. Alright.
So I'm gonna be like, gentlemen, how you doing?
We came here for her, not the frog.
Yes, I'm well aware, but here's the thing. We have to do it behind the alley. They would not allow us to do it in here.
We
Let's
don't
go.
care.
Alright, you ready to get your dicks tickled? Let's go.
We have spiked penises.
Oh, that's even better. That's actually what she prefers.
Kinky.
Let's go.
Hell yes!
I like him.
Don't worry, Timmy. I know exactly what you like. I'm gonna pat him on the back. Let's go.
Yeah! Timmy and the other Dragonborn follow you into the back alleyway. They do kind of glance at Cham as kind of like a scram kind of thing.
Alright, fine. I'll meet you back here, darling.
Timmy, which end do you want?
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna start jumping my way onto the roof.
I'm not gonna make you roll a jump check because your jump is 30 and it's a low roof.
And I'm gonna sneak my way in the alley, on the side of the building in the alley. I'm gonna slowly camouflage. I'm gonna watch.
Okay, roll a hide check for the camouflage. Yeah, no, you're an invisible fucker right now. They don't know you're there. All right, so you just kind of watch from over the alleyway. So, Arch, these two Dragonborn are ready to go, so to speak.
As soon as like stuff starts to unclothe, she immediately double casts Hold Person Maximized, which is a DC 25 to have a saving throw for their.
They do not have enough strength to beat that.
So she does like finger guns and dual casts the Hold Person spell.
They immediately realize that they can't move their feet, and they kind of look at you like, "What is this?"
It's all right, darling. Get to work.
What are you talking about?
And I'm gonna drop down with the Darksaber. Am I able to coup de grace these guys since they're not moving and they don't see me?
I'm going to give you a +4 to the attack roll in addition to your normal pluses.
Make sure Timmy keeps his vocal cords. I love that guy.
Well, right now he's going for the other one. Okay, that'll hit.
I'm gonna use my Darksaber.
Okay, that's 10 damage. You slash him with the Darksaber. So you didn't do enough to actually kill him, but you did do enough to slice him pretty good. So he's not doing great.
And I'm gonna just launch my dagger through his skull.
All right, roll for attack on that as well. You will also get a +4. That will hit.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, well,
so 20 total.
That's going to go right through the front of his skull, and the blade extends and perforates directly through him, killing him instantly. His body then falls backwards. Obviously, his feet are still stuck in the same position because of the spell. So he basically just falls backwards with his knees up in the air. So Timmy's looking over to both of you like, "Oh my god!"
I'm gonna like do the finger in front of the mouth, like shh.
What have you done? I mean, I know he was a dick to me the whole time, but still.
Timmy, just to be honest with you, what's about to happen is I'm going to trap your soul for eternal damnation to power a car, I think. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I will tell you that you will be conscious for most of it, and throughout that experience, he isn't just going to be an asshole, he'll be your asshole, because I'm going to human centipede him to you.
Can I just not die and just be friends with you? So I don't have to be brutally murdered and formed into a weird amalgamation of another Dragonborn and myself? I'm a very agreeable fellow. I am not like a lot of the other Black Scales.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Please don't brutally kill me.
She's going to lean over to Curtis. She's like, all right, I could cast Chaos on him, which essentially, if he tried to say or do anything that we didn't tell him to, he would instantaneously die.
That is true. I do like this guy a lot.
Right?
I would like very much not to die.
Well, that's the thing, Timmy. If you do anything that we tell you not to, like tell somebody what happened, or whine about your friend, or not come with us, then you will die. But if you just come along and be a friend, we're all fine.
Here's my question to you. What are your skills?
Well, I'm a Dragonborn.
Okay.
They trained me to poke things with sharp objects.
I can do that too, as you saw.
I have a very delightful southern drawl.
Which I really like. I do like.
And I can play the ukulele.
If all the fucking instruments, it has to be a ukulele.
We've got to keep it now.
Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. My sister right here is going to put a spell on you. If you do anything that will hurt us, you will die. I have one thing I want you to do.
Okay.
Bring 2 other friends, so we can kill them in your place. A soul for a soul, as you may.
Okay.
All right, Timmy, we'll meet you right here.
My feet are still kind of frozen to the ground.
I know. There's a reason. Tell them that there's this lovely lady that loves dragon dick, and she's covered in mud, and she's ready for any dicking. If you do this, you'll be with us, and you'll be alive. You will stay alive.
Well, to be fair, at least I'll have better life expectancy than staying in the Dragonborn army. Seems like they're getting ripped through like tissue paper lately. You guys know anything about that?
Maybe. That's something you'll find out.
Yes,
Fair
you'll find out later.
Can I put my clothes back on first?
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Look at this spectacle. All right, dear sister, show him what you do.
Yeah, she's going to reach out with the terrifying spider hand, and it's going to, like, detach and crawl up onto his muzzle and, like, lock on. And she's going to cast Greater Geas, which essentially, if he does anything that doesn't follow what we tell him to, he takes 12d6 points of damage per day.
Why can't I smell anymore?
I'm gonna drag his buddy's body like, here, dear sister, open up your bag.
She's gonna, like, just jam her hand in through the skull, reanimate it, and like drag the goo up into the bag.
Okay, you do that.
All right, Timmy, go get some friends.
I'll be back in a minute. Hang on. Timmy disappears.
I'm gonna look for some mud.
There's mud around. There are dirt streets and stuff there,
Yeah.
so you can just.
All right,
there's
all right, sister. I'm gonna
You know,
start
we should have
wiping-
asked Timmy if he could put the face paint on. Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna
Jesus
just rub mud on her.
mud. Okay, you do that.
Next time, just use your spell where they just die instantly. So
All
next time, I'll stay up there. I'll hide. Just touch them and they die, so we don't have to go to the hospital. How many souls do you need right now?
Here's the thing, I can make some charges and such. Technically, what I need in total is about 20, and I've got 9 at the moment.
All right, so 9.
But it can wait. I've got a nice little stash here that I can keep.
How many times can you do the whole, touch and die?
Here's the wonderful thing about that. I can do that about 15 times, and that's just in general. There's also, I could just do a banshee scream, which would kill them, but it also might kill literally everyone within 30 feet who hears it. So that might be a problem for you. That's something I've been learning in my necromancer studies, in case you were wondering. She's like a little foot shuffle.
You guys discuss that, and probably about 10 minutes later, you hear what sounds like very audibly loud talking, and you can tell that it's Timmy's voice. And he's talking audibly loud to try and get your attention. And right back here, boys, is where you can get your scaly dragon penises wet. I'll tell you, this chick will do anything.
She's like, oh, quick, Curtis, slut me up a little bit, tear my bodice.
I do that, I'm gonna hide.
So you do that, and then you hide. Roll a hide check. All right, yeah, you hide. You are basically invisible. You hide, and Timmy brings the 2 Dragonborn around the corner, and they see what looks like a mudded up Saira there, and both of them immediately go like, "Which side do you want, or would you like to take turns?"
All sides. Come on now, boys. She beckons them in.
All right, they're both gonna come right in on that.
Grab on. And let's just keep it thematically appropriate. She grabs him by the crotch and casts Slay Living through both hands.
They instantaneously die.
Yeah, and because of fell animation, they're both undead already, and she just, like, absorbs them, the bones crack and twist, and she just shoves them into the sack. Seems like a good, fair done amount of work.
Timmy just kind of looks at you and just goes, "God, that was fucking horrifying."
Oh, Timmy! You'll see so much worse coming up soon. I have a could you do makeup, Timmy? Because I was talking to Curtis, and you could have done my makeup before you left.
Well, I can try.
In the future, and she just, like, gently pats him on the shoulder with the same hand that was just covered in his friend's.
I'm going like, we need 2 more, and we'll call it a night.
I think for now, we might as well, because, like, maybe 3 people going missing isn't crazy, but 5 people going missing is a little bit questionable.
All right, fine.
So since you already rented a room for that, I assume you guys are just going to spend the night in that room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you return to the inside of the tavern. You bring Timmy with you, or you're going to make him sleep in the alleyway?
I'm going to bring him with me. I'm going to
yeah,
cuddle
bring-
on Timmy, just to terrify him more.
So you do that, and Timmy doesn't sleep a wink that night, by the way. He's open, and he's horrified every time you take a breath because he thinks he's going to die.
I was about to say, like, while she's asleep, her body parts, like, separate and come off and just, like, start crawling over the bed.
He's just, like, silently screaming inside of his mind.
You just hear me just start giggling.
Please don't talk in your sleep. Please don't talk in your sleep. Please don't talk in your sleep.